Hey guys, it's me. I'm back again for another How to Hardcore episode. We're actually on episode number 7, which is mad for me, to be honest. I didn't think I'd be able to get this far. I know it's a small milestone for the series, but if you have watched and you have enjoyed, thank you for tuning in. But you might be wondering why I've kind of mined this whole area out and why there's so much dirt. Well, that's because I'm doing something that I've been aiming to do for a while, which is sort out this big crater in the middle. I've got all this dirt. I want to put it to good use. I want to fill in this. I also need to get rid of this monstrosity of a house. It's just sat here doing nothing, and it's not even good for the village. So yeah, make the pond. I want to put something inside it. I want to make it look cool, have a little bit of decoration, and then just chill, you know, just go a little adventuring, having a good time. But once this is gone, I can really start kind of masking all of this stone and making it look nice and, you know, lived in, as far as water structures can go. So yeah, basically on the agenda today is a lot of dirt placing. And even though I'm making the pond, I also need to sort out up here, because it is looking disgusting. So a little bit of terraforming is needed today. Just a nice little bit. Just, you know, simplicity, taking it back. The one thing that I do need for my build is I want a lot of amethyst. I want to incorporate amethyst and calcite into my build somehow. I don't really know. I'm thinking of something along the lines of a dragon. I don't know how good it's going to look. But this is the first time I've ever built with amethyst. So I don't really know how to use it or what to use it. But another block that I'm also going to be collecting a lot of is andesite, one of my other favourite blocks to build with. I think this is just top notch. It just looks beautiful. It looks clean. Once it's polished, it's top tier. If I had to do a Minecraft tier list, this would be one of the blocks that are at the top. But do enjoy this little speed lapse of me actually trying to figure out how to build a dragon. I'm not very good at building, so this was kind of my first attempt at doing a dragon head. And I decided I'll just base it off of the classic Ender Dragon. And I realised I needed to make it one more block larger, otherwise it would have looked weird. But I think it didn't turn out too badly just for a first time. I might come back eventually and redo it in bone or make it look nicer. One thing I am happy about is how it did come out in the end though. And I love that little bit of like the neck detail, because I want it to look like it's died and been buried and it was trying to go for a little bit of a bounty. I think that's the kind of the idea. I do want a bit of some different blocks in there. So I also love diorite, which is another block that I wanted to use. I think it's a beautiful block. I know it gets a lot of hate apparently. I really like it. I think it's my favourite, one up there with probably my favourite blocks. But I think that's a good base for a head. But what a head does need is ears, or what? I don't know what they're called. Whatever a dragon's horns would be called. I don't know if they have like a particular name. I also did try seeing if an ear would work, and I didn't know how to build one. And that was my horrible attempt at doing that. But now that we've done that, I'm quite happy. I've tried building a wing. I'm not really sure how you would build a wing. So, yeah. I'm not proud of how this bit came out. I think it looks better underwater when it does now. Because, if I'm honest, I think it looks absolutely woeful. But I think it doesn't look too bad once the water's put in. Which is going to be another thing that I am not looking forward to, is how much time is going to be spent putting water into here. But I like that. I wish I could join it up a bit easier, but I don't really know how to. I think it looks alright. It looks decent. It looks decent. I'll give it a 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10 on the spud chart. If you're wondering what a 10 out of 10 is, I'd say probably like andesite. I love that block. Andesite, yeah, and prismarine. Those block. I need to get some because I want to put like a little bit of prismarine down here. So I need to build a guardian farm ASAP. But yeah, I wanted to build a border out of the amethyst to make it look like a bounty kind of thing. Out of these blocks. Out of my favourite blocks. I think it doesn't look too bad actually. I think I'm quite happy with the outcome so far. And then another thing that I needed to do is I want to create like a little bit of a border. Make it look nice and dingy. So I decided to go for deep slate to give it like a proper underground feel. I mean, it's okay as far as building goes and blocks go. It's not my favorite. I do think it's cool. It's not too shabby though. But this is so far the outcome I'm going for, and I don't think it looks too bad at all. I mean, it could be worse. It could be a lot better. But it also could be a lot worse. But I think placing all these down has got to be the most long thing I have done in a while. It was so tedious, so boring. Wasn't my favourite things on the list. I think it looks good in the end, but I would have much preferred just to either be mining it or just be doing something else. So after I've put it all the way round, it looks a lot nicer and more better as a border. And I've realised I kind of want these sticking upwards, otherwise what's the point of having wings? This underground section is also going to be something that I want to do something with at some point, like put a little glass dome down there and make it look like a submarine kind of area. But after all that, what's better than a hard-earned rest? I mean, I've been plugging away down there. It's time for a little bit of a sleep. And what better way to do it than stealing a villager's bed? But now we're back. Straight away, I'm like, what can I change? What can I do to better this? Because I want to strive to be a better builder. And my idea is, let's put some men in here. Let's put some stone men in here. Because who doesn't need some stone men who are completely out of place anyway? And I can't lie, when it took me a ridiculously long time to figure out how to build one of these. I followed like one of those Instagram instruction things online. Because I was like, hey, I got inspiration from that. That looks awesome. Except for they did it 50 times better than me. A lot better. I admittedly, it took me way too long to actually figure out proportions. Because I was saying, why does his head look so detached? He just apparently has a very long neck. But already I'm happy with how my building's progressing. From just previous things, it just looks better. Well, that is definitely not an addition that I want to add. But I have plans. I want to make this even better when I'm building more and when I'm used to it. I'll probably redo it, redesign it, actually come with a plan rather than... This was kind of just a spur of the moment thing that I really wanted to do. Because it was really annoying me having to like re-enter and break all the blocks, because there is literally just a massive tunnel system under this, which was proving quite annoying when it came to spawning mobs, and it just doesn't look nice. So I decided it was definitely time to sort this out, and what better way than to start actually filling it up. Admittedly, this took a lot longer than I liked, but I did enjoy it. Something about it was therapeutic. It just seemed to roll so easily. And once you get going, it was so quick. Like, ridiculously quick. Like, even just these first couple of levels only took me... Well, this took me only a couple of minutes. But then... It was the outer layers that were really time-consuming. Like, horribly time-consuming. Like, this level was nice and fun, then I could... You know, I was enjoying myself up to this point. Especially because I found a way to make it easier. Go around the edges and just pour the water in that way. Create water sources, and then you just have a good time. But we're coming up to about the halfway mark of the build, which took a long time. But I'm happy I'm there. And I think it looks good so far. It gives me a bit of encouragement to keep going, to making it that bit bigger. Because I know I want it, like, busted down to make it look like it was. But we're now really coming up to the end part. Which I think I'm so happy I finally reached it. And although you can't really see it from up here, I do want to get a conduit down here. I want to get lights down there. And I want to make it look nice. I have a lot of plans for this. I need to find coral as well. Coral is kind of on my list of things to find. So I want to put loads of fishes in there as well. That's something that I forgot completely about. I haven't actually found a coral biome yet on this world until recently. Like, in the future. So yeah, it takes me a while to actually even get anything like that. But I'm happy. So that's why I'm doing a little bit of adventuring, just chilling out. I finally filled in all the dirt. I've done everything that I need to do today. So what better way to end it than just going for a run? Which admittedly was one of my favourite things to do on this. And I found something that I've been dying to get. I've been dying to get some Podzol. I think it's one of my favourite dirt blocks. It just looks amazing for making simple paths and just brings life to builds. However, right now, I'm doing something that I haven't really done so far in these episodes. Is I'm actually handing this back to my past self for once. I usually just record these and then edit over, but I want to see what it's like with a bit of my past self. So, yeah, past Spud, take over.
I'm happy with this so far. I will keep adding to this over the next course of the days, and hopefully when we come back, I've completely finished it because I want to get like lights and stuff in there. I want to go to the Nether as well in a couple of episodes so I can get stream lights and stuff. And I want to get the nice redwoods in here. Like I got like cool ideas because if we go down there, I like it. And I want the eyes to pop more, and I want this amethyst to pop more. And I want all of this to look cool. As you go, I'm happy. So,
However, I am still going to be doing the the goodbye because it did not turn out very nicely on that. But anyway, if you have liked and you have enjoyed, please do hit that like button and do subscribe. That's all from me. See ya.